Alright, hello everybody. We are going to set up hole number 3 here. I'm not overly concerned about distance. Well, I don't know if it's going to be downwind or not. I'm going to, you see the top spins are very similar here. I am going to make the switch, I guess, just in case. What's backspin like? That's plenty. The only thing I'm really worried about is driver or 3-wood combo for this hole. So that's what we're looking at. And we are going to get underway here. Hole number 3. This is going to be a huge fairway here that we're probably going to take, but if it's more of a side wind, so I've seen downwind on Master and Pro, so I'm a little worried that this is going to be a side wind. But we'll see. We'll see. There's some disadvantages for Playdemic to make this a side wind, so I'm assuming they might not. And there you see it is straight down. So there's 2 ways we can go about doing this. I can either throw on a Titan ball, for example. Oh, Snowman might even be a good option. I do believe Titan will probably be enough here. Let me see if I can do it like this. It's a little bit of curl back. I'm going to try to go left here. Now what I like to do here is I like to curl it, and here I'm curling it with the wind, and the goal is, I messed it up, the goal is to get very aggressive with your curl. Now I'll put it down where it's supposed to be. If you just came on, you know what, that's the mistake. I know what I did. I went too many rings because I'm used to hitting a Pak 7 here, and I'm doing it with a Pak 6. I should have came in at least 2 rings, probably 3. So that's my mistake. But also at the same time, I could probably put straight forward spin. The reason that you see me counter it kind of back to the right is to make sure that the ball doesn't get out of control and shoot down too much to the left over here. So that's why you'll see me put that counter on. I'm just going to go ahead here and lay up to where this ball should be. You can make the necessary adjustments on what I just did. I went relatively close to 3 bullseyes with an Pak 6, and I did not realize, it just was kind of out of my head for a moment, that I'm not doing this with a Pak 7. Plus I was running out of time. I was trying to debate whether I was going to do it left or right, and since the wind was kind of angled the way that it was, to ride the wind a little bit more, I went over to the right side. So I do think you'll be able to get a little bit more distance if you do it that way, but you do have to land pretty aggressive on the right like I did. So you see, and like I said, I'll be able to outdrive. You can eliminate that altogether if you want and just hit a berserker straight down the middle. But, just kind of to save your balls. And, like tomorrow, I'll be able to, hit that drive perfectly to where it's way down there, probably past this guy by, 30, 40 yards at least, and be able to have a nice shot at eagle. And I'll kind of show you my method. I do not go the way that this guy is here. There's nothing wrong with that method. I just don't like being farther. And you can usually get it, you can get it back to the hole that way, but you usually have an easier path to do so when you go this way. So you'll see me land a little bit more aggressive with my second bounce towards the bunker. Of course, this accuracy is about 50. I'm going to go right on spot 5 rings here. And I usually always curl it as well. Try not to add any power when you do the extra curl, because you do not want to go long and shoot this. So here you see me just kind of gently curling it, and here it just comes onto the back edge. You don't want to get too aggressive with your shot. So, with the blunder on the tee shot, you could come in, for instance, 5 rings on my aim and model my spin probably exactly. And that would probably, take care of the problem that I had on the tee shot. Another way is you could probably straighten out your sprint. You could straighten out your spin and come in probably 3 rings, and that would also be perfect for the aim. And like I said, it's more of a distance thing than anything. He hits a Titan, I hit a Titan, I outdrive him by 40 yards, 50 yards sometimes. So that's the advantage of doing that. But nevertheless, feel free to bomb it down there. If you are going to do the straight approach, I would probably recommend you doing it with a berserker, just to the longer you get it in the fairway, the easier you make the angle on yourself coming into the green. And you can see, because I laid up much more down towards the end of the fairway where I'm assuming you'll be, whether or not you choose a berserker, and just go straight. If you're going to do the berserker, definitely don't do the hook. I can tell you that. So don't combine the two. I was doing that just to basically save a berserker, because I could get away with a Titan and outdrive that guy by, a considerable amount, and still have, and still be where I just laid up to, since I messed up the drive. But like I said, the adjustment that I would do a Pak 7, it's about, a Pak 6 is about 10% less accurate, which means the rings are bigger. So if I go the same amount of rings, I'm gonna over adjust by 10%. So that's what you're seeing there. I easily went 10% too many rings. I probably should have came in, 3-4 rings, and that would have been spot on. But that's an adjustment that I would make for tomorrow. Like I said, I think you'll easily eagle that. So good luck with that hole. Albatross is going to be a daunting task for that hole. So I don't really have an albatross shot for you, other than to, just kind of get semi-aggressive with your curl, but don't do it to the fact where you're going to start to bring in that bunker into play. So good luck with that one, and I'll see you guys on hole number 4.